tonight. On behalf of the Consulate General of Republic of Korea and the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce, I would like to thank each of you for joining with us tonight. As you all know, we are here to celebrate the passing of the Reciprocal Driver's License Agreement and to recognize the strong ties between Gwinnett County and Korea. You're here with us tonight because you're an outstanding leaders of Gwinnett County and in Korean community, administration, business, education, and press. I graduated from Tequila High School and received, yay, go Falcons, and received Bachelor's of International Degrees in University of Georgia. Go Dogs. Yes, we beat South Carolina last weekend. It's a very happy day. Yes. I just would like to say thank you for having me here for this meaningful event tonight. Thank you very much. The very dress that I'm wearing tonight is a Korean traditional clothing called hanbok. Although they're not worn in everyday life in Korea right now, hanbok is worn in many traditional celebrations and festivals, special ones like today. Gwinnett has the largest Korean population in the southeast of the United States. In fact, our county has become a central location with many Korean people from neighboring states traveling here for Korean food, enjoying the abundance of resources, and of course, the cultural opportunities. I would like to take a moment to recognize some of our special guests tonight for their dedicated and distinguished service to this county and state of Georgia. As your name is being called, please briefly stand so that we may recognize you tonight. Here with us tonight, Georgia's Secretary of State, Mr. Brian Kemp. You could stand, please. Senator Renee Unterman from the Georgia Senate. If you could please stand. Thank you, Senator. Senator Kurt Thompson, also from the Georgia Senate. If you could please stand, Senator. Thank you very much. From the Georgia House of Representatives, Representative B.J. Pack. If you could please stand, please. Thank you, Representative. Representative Tom Kirby, also from the House of Representatives. From the Georgia Department of Driver Services, Commissioner Rob Michael. If you could please stand, please. Gwinnett County of Board of Commissioners, Chairman Charlotte Nash. If you could please. Gwinnett County of Board of Commissioners, Commissioner Jace Brooks. If you could please stand. City of Suwanee, Mayor Jimmy Burnett. If you could please stand. Thank you, Mayor. From the City of Lilburn, Mayor Johnny Christ. Welcome. From City of Duluth, Mayor Nancy Harris. If you could please stand. From City of Lawrenceville, Mayor Judy Johnson. The Consul General, Hee Bum Kim. The Korean Consul, Dr. Daniel Kaufman, the President of the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce. Welcome. Chairman of the Korean American Association of Greater Atlanta, Travis Kim. If you could please stand. Mr. Richard Kim, who is the Vice President of SKC Inc. If you could please stand and be recognized. Mr. Pyong Ho Chun, the Director of the Kia Motors Manufacturing in Georgia. If you could please stand. If there are any other elected officials here with us tonight, if you could please stand. No? Thank you. Now, a celebration will not be a celebration without music. Before we begin tonight's program, I would like to introduce you to the Sorinuri team from the Korean Culture Center in Duluth, who will begin tonight's celebration. Ms. Soo-yeon Park, will be playing the kayagum, a well-known 12-string traditional Korean instrument. Miss Mina Park will be playing the haegum, which is a traditional 2-string instrument played with a bow. Lastly, Miss Sua Kang will be playing the piano. Their first song, Small Flowers Nearby Railroad, will be played in haegum alone. This will be followed by an ensemble, the original soundtrack of famous Korean drama, Isan. And lastly, Arirang, which is one of the Korea's most treasured songs and a cultural masterpiece. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 소리누리 team. General Kim came to his current post in Atlanta in 2011. He has made great strides in promoting increased social, economic, and political ties between the state of Georgia and Korea. Please welcome Consul General Kim.
Between you and me, so to make it brief. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. I want to thank President Kaufman of the Gwinnett Chamber for hosting this event. I want to take this opportunity to offer my congratulations to Dr. Kaufman on succeeding as head of the Gwinnett Chamber. As I was working on this project with the Gwinnett, a few people around me raised questions as to why I chose Gwinnett as a venue to hold this event. What they were saying was why I didn't go for something bigger and larger, perhaps at the state level. I can imagine. I don't think that's a bad idea, but I don't think either there's a way to go. Here is what I want to say to them. When you think, we should think as big as we could. But when it comes to action, we should act locally. It sounds cliche, but I am really convinced this is the way to go for the Korean community to further succeed. As a matter of fact, Gwinnett is local, but it's much more than just local. Gwinnett is home to a robust Korean community. The majority of the Koreans and Korean Americans living in Georgia has embraced Gwinnett as their place to live, work, and plan their future. Gwinnett is also positioned to tap into the wealth resources of Metro Atlanta and the Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Being a member of Atlanta Consular Corps and living in this great city of Atlanta with my loving family and friends, I have had the opportunity to observe the state, the city, and the municipalities working together to drive Atlanta and Georgia to succeed. Over the years, I have seen your state-of-the-art infrastructures are being put in place in the region. I've seen cultural diversity and tolerance having a positive impact on every aspect of our life and possibly the growth of new immigrant communities. I've seen political and economic leadership are interacting to enhance this economic competitiveness. Most importantly and impressively, I have seen that local communities are strong and at work. These communities are a vibrant part of what makes up the city and state. Their ability to grow, thrive, and work together is what makes Georgia and Georgians great and unique. I've also seen they place their strong bond with the community at the very heart of everything they do. My friend BJ constantly reminds me of how this is especially true here in the South. It is natural that Korea, the seventh largest trading partner with the United States, is keeping its eye on Georgia and Metro Atlanta as it seeks to grow business and investment opportunities. Over the years, our bilateral relationship has grown exponentially and will continue to be vibrant and dynamic. However, I believe that for the relationship to be meaningful and for an economic partnership to be sustainable, it should encompass strong cultural and community ties on the grassroots level. Truly, our continued growth and success will depend on us working together with the entire community towards our common goals. We have learned this experience lesson throughout the passage of Bill 475. And in fact, the experience has enabled us to bring you all together here tonight. The driver's license reciprocity agreement took effect on July 1st, and its impact on our community is immediate. Over the past month of July and August alone, about 400 Korean applicants in Georgia have benefited from the program. Thank you all for joining me in our efforts to continue to build this momentum, and let's work together and win together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Consul General Kim, for your inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, you can eat. The server will bring the food out shortly, so if you may start eating, you may relax and enjoy your dinner.
Annyeong haseyo. How are you? Thank you so much for having me to this great friendship celebration. Thank you, Dr. Kaufman and the Gwinnett Chamber, Consul General. I'm honored to be here with so many friends from Gwinnett County and the state of Georgia and the Korean community. Certainly, the state of Georgia realizes the importance of when you think about imports, exports, investments. Certainly our governor, who was just in South Korea, as you all well know, that shows how important that trade is with your community and with our community to the state of Georgia. We realize that at all levels of government. I know Kathy Falls from the Department of Economic Development is here tonight too. We appreciate her participation with other great leaders that we have. So Kathy, thank you. Commissioner Comiskey and the governor certainly are appreciated with this relationship and certainly with this chamber, because we understand in Georgia how important it is for us to be able to do business in a global way. We understand that we're not just trading with other states and other parts of the country, that truly this is an international economy, and Georgia is thriving from that. And we'll thrive from that in the future when you think about our airports and our ports and our business climate that really all of us are working so hard on here in the state of Georgia. We're certainly proud of the great Korean community that we have not only in Gwinnett County but in our state. In December, I was honored to be able to speak to and address the KCCI group when they were in Atlanta to learn more about Korean business and some of the opportunities that we have in Georgia and that Georgians have in Korea. And I think that's what we need to continue to work on. And that's what we continue to work on in the Secretary of State's office, every day making it competitive for people in Georgia or for people that are coming to Georgia to be able to do that in a seamless way. One of the new things that we're now doing by registering businesses in the state of Georgia is we have now where you can actually start a foreign corporation doing business in the state with an online application. That doesn't sound like a lot, but when people can do that and not have to mail in a paper application, it cuts down on the amount of time, the amount of paperwork, makes us more efficient, which makes it easier for people that are coming to our state that may be a foreign corporation for doing business here. And that's the kind of little things that we're trying to do at all levels of government to keep Georgia competitive. And we're also looking forward to the things that South Korea is doing to make it competitive for Georgia businesses to sell products there and have good, healthy trade, which is so important in this economy.
Thank you, Secretary of State Kim. Our next speaker will be Mr. Richard Kim. Mr. Kim is the Vice President and CFO of SKC Inc. SKC Inc. has the distinction of being the first Korean manufacturing facility to establish itself here in Georgia. As a prominent member of the Korean business community, Mr. Kim has had the opportunity to witness firsthand the benefits to be had with cooperation between Georgia and Korea. Please welcome Mr. Kim.
Good evening. So many VIPs in the room, so I'm really honored. I am also very honored to represent one of the Korean companies doing business in Georgia. There are so many bigger and greater Korean companies doing business in Georgia. I'm very honored to be selected to speak on their behalf. Honorable Consul General Yvonne Kim, distinguished members of Gwinnett County Chamber, ladies and gentlemen. SKC is based in Newton County, Georgia. We operate a major polyester manufacturing plant in Covington City, supplying to mostly U.S. automobile and consumer goods industries. With annual revenue of $300 million and over 300 employees in Covington, as mentioned, SKC was one of the first large Korean companies to break ground in Georgia in 1995. Major U.S. companies in our industries include Dow Chemical, DuPont, Mitsubishi, Georgia Pacific, a Georgia company, and Coca-Cola. SKC also contributes annually to the local community and social programs, including United Way of Georgia, Newton County School System, and Operation Sandbox, which provides services to our military personnel overseas. At the start of the operation, SKC worked very closely with the Governor's Office, Economic Development Office, and the local county executives to attract investment from our parent company in Korea. Looking back, we are sincerely grateful to the former and current governors, especially to Governor Perdue and Governor Deal, for allowing our company to participate in various incentive programs offered by the state. I honestly feel that SKC could not have established itself as a leading U.S. chemical company without the support from the state and the county governments. Over the years, SKC has recommended investing in Georgia to other major and larger Korean companies, and will continue to assist new Korean companies relocating to Georgia. Representing these companies, I am sincerely proud to be here today to commemorate this important bridge building moment between Georgia and Korea and Gwinnett County. We are indeed privileged to be able to invest and nurture our businesses in Georgia. As you may already be aware, manufacturing in the U.S. has taken some hard hits in recent years, but SKC continues to invest in our future. We have recently invested close to $100 million to expand our plant in Covington, which is adding to the payroll for the state. I also know that here in Georgia alone, there are more than 50 large Korean companies that contribute to the local economy and have created over 10,000 jobs in recent years. I regularly meet with the executives of these companies who have only praises and appreciation for the business and investment environment in Georgia. I have been told by both the consulate and local government officials that U.S.-Korea Free Trade Agreement signed back in 2012, has been a major factor in strengthening the trade activities between the two countries. This year, FTA continues to have a significant influence in attracting large investments from the top Korean high-tech and manufacturing companies. However, one of the biggest difficulties that Korean companies are facing today in Georgia is hiring skillful and professional workers and employees. When our company first launched our business in Georgia, it was extremely difficult to hire specialized employees who could operate and run our plant. Fortunately, we were introduced to the Quick Start program offered by the state, which allowed us to hire employees, professional and skilled employees, locally in Georgia. I am happy to state that a significant number of these employees, over 70% of the original employees, have remained dedicated employee of SKC for 17 years. That's a long period. We are also working closely with the Newton County system and Georgia Tech University system to employ next generation of qualified Georgia-based professionals. Other Korean companies in Georgia are also making similar efforts to find talented workers here in Georgia. Nevertheless, these companies are still having shortage of workers in science, technology, and mathematical fields. In order to compete globally, Georgia companies must have ability to hire individuals with set of technical and language skills as well as regional expertise. That is why I would like to use this platform to emphasize the urgent need to support a professional visa program between US and Korea. Most countries which have a free trade agreement with the United States have already acquired a separate professional visa program through legislation. I would like to stress that establishing a professional visa for Korea is a necessary companion to US-Korea FTA relationship and is essential in maximizing the benefits of the agreement. By recruiting and cross-exchanging highly skilled professionals from North America and Asia Pacific region, companies like SKC and other larger companies based in Georgia will further expand their presence, which will facilitate more investment and trade opportunities between Korea and US. Current partner with Korea Act bill in the House of Representatives and similar Senate bill, they are both a good bipartisan effort to achieve these goals. In closing, I would like to express my sincere and deepest gratitude to Dr. Kaufman, Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce, for organizing today's wonderful event. I also want to congratulate all the people, including Representative B.J. Park and the Commissioner of Driver's License, and Georgia State Government for their hard work in bringing the reciprocal driver license agreement between Georgia and Korea into fruition. By enacting this agreement, Georgia is leading other states which does not have similar agreement, and it is also attracting business from other countries interested in forming similar agreement with Georgia. Once again, thank you so much for your opportunity to speak tonight, and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Enjoying your dinner. As many of you know, Representative B.J. Park is one of the most recognizable Korean figures in Gwinnett County, representing the city of Lilburn and unincorporated portions of Gwinnett County. Representative Park was the first Korean American ever to be elected to the General Assembly from any state in the southeastern of the United States. In addition, Representative Park was a supporter of the reciprocal driver's license agreement, which was passed on June 1st of this year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Representative BJ Pak.
Thank you so much for that warm introduction. I want to start off by telling you that for those of you who may not be familiar with the county of Gwinnett, when I first moved to Georgia and moved to Gwinnett County, I wondered, Gwinnett, what does Gwinnett stand for? For those of you who don't know, this county is named after a very historical figure. Button Gwinnett was one of the original signers of the Declaration of Independence. Think of the history and the intent when the county was formed. We sit here today, I think, and I'm very humbled. I'm humbled because I had the opportunity to pass this bill. But I would not be able to do that but for the support of, starting with my constituents, and I recognize 3 of them here today, and you guys might not know. One of them is Emery Mortzberger, who's been very active with the chamber, who used to hold the seat that I currently hold. Second is obviously Mike Levingood, who's also been very, very active in the chamber, who's been a tremendous help. And lastly, of course, Mayor Johnny Chris, another constituent of mine. And without their support and their confidence in me, I would not be able to stand up here and be a representative. I'm very embarrassed, partly because I feel like I'm merely the vehicle in which this bill came to being. I know there's a tremendous amount of people who work behind the scenes, including the chamber, Madam Chair, I know Jan Moore worked very hard at it. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Commissioner Rob Michael's staff. They were just tremendous. Despite what you might have read, the bill is very technical, partly because of the Federal Real ID Act and compliance in those issues. Commissioner Michael's professional staff have provided such great detailed expertise and a quick turnaround that we were able to get this bill passed very quickly. And I would also be remiss if I didn't mention my colleagues and also mentors in the Senate, which Senator and Madam Chairwoman Renee Unterman over here has been a very big supporter, and also Senator Kurt Thompson has been a great supporter of, both of you have been a great supporter of the Korean American community. When I was a young boy, I was born in South Korea, and emigrating to the United States by age 9, I would never imagine that I would ever be an elected official in the great state of Georgia and being able to be a vehicle in which to connect my motherland to my homeland. And the bill was, in fact, that. And also, I would have to give kudos to the governor's staff and also with the Georgia Chamber of Commerce. So many people have lent their support to this bill. On the Senate side, Senator Charlie Bethel, who carried a bill for us. So many people have came together and realized that this is a very important relation for the state. It's a historical bill. My understanding is it's been tried for the past 12 or 15 years. And I think that the timing was right, partly because of the economic power, I think, and partnership that Korean Americans and Korean companies have in the state of Georgia. And this would not be possible with so many people laying the groundwork, with former Commissioner Craig Lester here, who was instrumental in bringing Kia Motors into the United States, and especially Georgia. I do go to Korea once or twice a year, partly because I have clients over there, and also when I go for business, they always ask me to give an interview about my trip and about the state of Georgia. And one of the questions they ask is, where are you from? I never say Atlanta. I tell them that I'm from Gwinnett County. And from Gwinnett County, there's a little suburb city called Atlanta that hosted an event back in 1996 that you may have heard about. At the same time, think about how great our county is. This is a model for what diversity can do. If you recall, after the census, the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times have featured many, many counties, one of which that was prominently featured was our county. What do you think Button Gwinnett would think about that? So this evening, thank you so much for allowing me to speak and allowing me to be a vehicle I want to thank, I see so many people who have supported me throughout the years for me to be here. Too many to name, but I want to name Karen J. Unn, also Sonny Parr, Andy Kim, who's pulling up signs, Travis Kim. Sincerely, thank you so much for your support, and I hope that this bill for a first step in continuing to build our relationship with the great county of Gwinnett and the country of South Korea. Thank you.
To make a quick announcement, after the event's over, if we could have all the speakers tonight to have a picture taken. Thank you. As we draw to close tonight, I would like to invite Dr. Daniel Kaufman, the President of Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce, to provide our closing remarks. Dr. Kaufman has a distinctive career in the both military and as a businessman and administrator. Dr. Kaufman previously served as a charter president of Georgia Gwinnett College before being selected as president of the Gwinnett Chamber. Although he is only recently taking on his official duties, Dr. Kaufman has been an active member of the Gwinnett Chamber for many years. Please welcome Dr. Kaufman.
Thank y'all. Consul General Kim, Secretary Kim, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for helping us celebrate this very special occasion here tonight. And I'm particularly pleased to have been asked to give my 90-minute speech on the current state of the international security system here. And so I'm delighted to do so. Now, before I do that, I would like to just acknowledge the presence of a great friend and a great American. Larry Ellis and I have been colleagues for more decades than either of us would like to acknowledge, since we started in our profession basically the same day, a long time ago in a galaxy far away, as they say on Star Wars. But General Ellis is a distinguished American soldier. He was, as some of you may not know, the Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations in the Pentagon on September the 11th of 2001. And he organized the rescue effort from that particular battlefield and then organized and orchestrated the American response to that act of terrorism. He went on to achieve 4-star rank. He retired from the U.S. Army. He was the senior minority officer on active duty in the United States Armed Forces. A position from which he tortured me for 7 years while I was the president of Georgia Gwinnett College. But Larry Ellis is the epitome of the professional soldier, the dedicated citizen, and just a good friend. And so Larry, thank you and Jean for coming tonight. I appreciate it very much. We are here to celebrate a particular event, that is the signing of the reciprocal driver's license agreement, which demonstrates here in Georgia that not only do we understand that economic development is important here, but that we are players in a global economy. We don't want to just be players here in Georgia, we want to be leaders. And so we understand that, and that's what this bill represents. And so to those leaders of the state who understood that and have passed this particular piece of legislation, thank you very much. But it is indicative of a much larger commitment to ensuring that Georgia is a player in the global economy. And so we thank Governor Deal and Secretary Kemp, the leaders of our state, for understanding just how important that engagement in the international economy truly is. Here in Gwinnett County, we are already an international community. As BJ said, we are the most diverse county in the state of Georgia. We are also, incidentally, the most diverse county in the southeastern United States. And so we're very proud of that fact. And so here in Gwinnett, we understand that our diversity is a source of our strength. And so we are host to the largest Korean American population in the southeastern United States. And we like that. In the Gwinnett County Public Schools, there are 106 different languages spoken. 107 if you count English. We're proud of that fact. We take pride in the diversity of our community. And we understand that it's going to be a source of our strength. And so here in Gwinnett, our vision for ourselves is that we're going to be a vibrant and diverse community of choice in which to live, learn, work, and play. We're going to make that diversity a source of our strength. Indeed, the demographics of Gwinnett County today look like the demographics of America of 2040. We are the prototype, not only for the state of Georgia, but for the United States of America. And so we're going to demonstrate how a truly multicultural, multi-ethnic society can work together to the achievement of a common goal, and we're going to show how it can be done. And so we're going to lead the way here in Gwinnett. Old Button, be proud of us. Because what you all do to demonstrate to this community, to this state, to this nation, how to do it right. So I thank you all for coming tonight to help us demonstrate how to do it right. Go Gwinnett.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kaufman, for your inspiring words. Thank you. The Consulate General of the Republic of Korea and the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce, it is my sincere pleasure and thank you all for coming here tonight. We look forward in strengthening the partnership between the Korea and Gwinnett County. Thank you, and please enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
오늘 행사는 이제 한국과 조지아 간의 운전면허 인정 협정을 계기로 해서 마련됐습니다. 이런 운전면허 협정 자체가 이면에는 굉장히 많은 사람들이 서로 애쓰고 힘을 합치고 도와있기 때문에 가능했었는데 아마 많은 분들은 결과만을 보다 보시니까 아마 이런 거를 모르고 계실 분이 많을 거라고 생각합니다. 그래서 이런 계기를 통해서 그동안 도와주셨던 분들에 대해서 감사를 표시하고 노력하셨던 분들, 지역 주민들과 접점을 높여나가는 노력이라는 걸 중심하겠습니다. 그래서 굉장히 유용했고 의미 있다고 생각합니다.